Jason from Sweaty Hero Comic Bargains, and these are some post-Boxing Day sale. Don't usually show you my monthlies, but the only title I get is Amazing Spider-Man and various miniseries. Look at this cost, for $3.99 US. However, because there's no Canadian price, they have to adjust it for Canadian, and it ended up becoming like $5.25 for this plus the bag and board, which is another 30 cents. So this ends up being like a $6 book, which to me is like ridiculous for 20 pages. Um, this is a storyline where Spider-Man is in space. He has a cosmic suit. It's pretty ridiculous. The other storyline, and so these issues are in space, and then alternating issues are on Earth with Norman Osborn as Spider-Man. Spoiler alert for a storyline that will be done by the time that this video is seen to you. But these are pretty cool, and it has John Romita Jr. doing art again. But I enjoy this, but I don't enjoy the cosmic part. Spider-Man 94 by J.M. DeMatteis. J.M. DeMatteis, if you ever see this, you are awesome, and I love your Spider-Man comics. So keep writing them. And I did like Spider-Man Torn, which is kind of like an untold tale by Straczynski, who did, who's done Spider-Man before, and but it's set in college age. That's kind of cool. All right, that's to give you a price comparison. Now, this is Daredevil Epic Collection. After all these years of me just doing Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collections, I've got Daredevil. And this is the black and red costume from the 90s. D.G. Chester is a writer. Scott McDaniel does some great art in this. And on the back here, you see that it was like a book that was $62, and I got it for $37.40, like $37.50, 40% off. Really great deal. If you ever see deals on Epic Collection and you love trades, get Marvel Epic Collections and now the new DC World Finest. So I've been really enjoying this. It has some characters like Morbius and Silver Sable shows up. And it's really just a lot of fun, a lot of 90s fun. At the recommendation of my comic shop, Paper Heroes in Windsor, Ontario, I picked up this, The Avengers Court Martial. And this is from 1981 to 1982. As a kid, I read a lot of Spider-Man, didn't get to read a lot of Avengers, and definitely didn't get to read Avengers from the early 80s, because I was born in 78, and I didn't start collecting comics until like 86, 88. And this has like such cool guest stars as Ghost Rider, and it has Silver Surfer, it has the Fantastic Four makes an appearance, a whole bunch of different variety of superheroes make an appearance, and there's meat and potatoes here. There's a lot of great stories here. I really am enjoying this. I will probably be. I never thought that Avengers would be like one of my pickup titles, but now, definitely in Epic Collection, I'll be picking up more Avengers because they're just like epic. They're awesome. That's their own word. And then what else do we have in terms of some dollar comic books that I was able to pick up that day for $2 for $1? We have the Solo Avengers, which is Avengers Spotlight. These are fun. I always like these anthology type books. This one focuses on Hawkeye and Captain Marvel. Every issue of Solo Adventures in the beginning focuses on Hawkeye and a different superhero. A lot of fun. Tom DeFalco, one of my favorite writers, who did a lot of Spider-Man, he is writing this one, and these are fun. 2099 World of Tomorrow introduces some of the other 2099 Marvel characters, so that should be fun. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 4, Chaos in Calgary. What? Number 4 of what? Well, it was a Canadian, basically meant to be given away by the police. I'm not kidding. See, it says right there. You can read that and pause it if you want. This issue focuses on this focuses on bicycle safety, but the first issue was on drug addiction and had a cover by Todd McFarlane, which is awesome. The second issue as well continued that story. The third issue, there was a third, fourth, and fifth issue, I believe, and they were just one-shots, so it's kind of funny that they even continue the numbering. Every story takes place in Canada, which makes it a lot more fun. So in this one, it takes place in Calgary. These characters that are actually the Rangers, they're actually from like Texas in the Marvel Universe. It's kind of funny to see their get their butts kicked, even though they're in Calgary. And the Frightful Four appear too. It's fun. We got an issue of Amazing Spider-Man Brand New Day, and again, it's in really nice shape, and it was only 50 cents. And I have that. There's another issue of Amazing Spider-Man. This is from Straczynski's originally run with John Romita Jr. So that's 50 cents. Hercules. I remember having this as a kid in one of those, like, you get a box of comics with like 20 comics or 100 comics or 50 comics that you get from Sears for Christmas. I remember Hercules #1 was in there, but I hadn't kept it when I was a kid, and so I'm glad I kept it now. And there's a Hercules #3. Nightcrawler #1 is cool. This is a great miniseries where Nightcrawler is a priest. He talks about Jesus and about his Catholic faith in this. I'll make that a separate video. It's a cool comic. Incredible Hulk by Peter David and Dale Keown. Also, I haven't read a lot of Incredible Hulk, but I did like this era. And this one includes the X Factor. I read this, and it was a lot of fun. Here's a cool find for 50 cents. Popeye by Charlton Comics. And it's a 30-cent book, so it's like from the early 70s. But I actually really enjoyed this. I wasn't, I remember watching Popeye as a kid, of course. But I really, really enjoyed this. Popeye's basically like a secret agent in this, stopping the Russians. It's crazy. It's awesome. And then finally, one of my first comic books was actually Elf. And Elf was a TV series about this character who's an alien. In the TV series, he was with a family on Earth, and so it was kind of a sitcom with like a puppet. But the comic book could do more interesting things about flashbacks, and so of course they had a flashback where on Melmac, his home planet, there was like the X-Men version of the Melmacian version, the X-Mailman, they called him. And this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I don't know if I had this as a kid, but I did collect Elf. That's my stack, and a Boxing Day, and I encourage you, get some epic collections again, and of course, stay sweaty and buy some comic books.